Visual literacy is the ability to make meaning from information presented in the form of an image. Visual literacy is an important component of our everyday lives because it helps us interpret and understand all of the visual information that we encounter. In the following photographs, we will describe some common forms of visual literacy that a person may need to use in order to function in society.
This is a map of the different climates that can be found on Earth. In order to understand this map, a person must use their visual literacy knowledge. Someone who is visually literate will understand that the different colors presented in the key represent different climate zones on the map. Being able to read and interpret a map is an important part of being visually literate.
This is a map of the state of Michigan. It provides a visually literate person information about the different highways and cities located in Michigan. Using their visual literacy, a person will be able to travel throughout Michigan and not get lost. They will also be able to look at this map and know where bodies of water are located because they are represented as the color blue. A visually literate person understands a lot more of what is presented on a map other than just the text.
A compass is used on maps to show the cardinal directions and as a tool to help guide people. On a map, understanding how to use a compass helps readers decipher the direction of a map and which directions there are landforms, how to travel, etc. Using a handheld compass, a visually literate person will be able to travel in certain directions because they understand how to use a compass.
As visually literate people, we interpret a lot of visual information we encounter on a regular basis. Simple things like what bathroom we go into and which door to enter and exit from are understood by people who are visually literate. Without being visually literate, a person would struggle daily with simple activities like using a public restroom.
Sports logos are another example of something we can read if we are visually literate. By wearing our favorite sports team, we communicate with others which sports teams we support. Sports team logos help visually literate people understand what teams are playing, what teams others support, etc.
When someone comes to a traffic light, how are they supposed to know whether they should stop or keep going? They can use their visual literacy to know that if the light is red, they should stop, and if the light is green, they can keep driving.
Clocks are used by visually literate people every day in every part of the world. Clocks help us to understand what time it is, get to work on time, meet up with others, make appointments, etc. With the lack of being visually literate, a person would struggle to do basic things every day.
Everything that we buy at the grocery store is labeled with nutritional information that is very important to keeping us healthy. Our visual literacy allows us to interpret this nutritional information in order to eat the correct foods each day.
Every day we have interactions with many different people who are feeling all sorts of emotions. We use our visual literacy to read their emotions and better understand how these people are feeling so that we can effectively communicate with them.
As you can see, it is very important for a person to be visually literate. A visually literate person is able to communicate with others, function in society, and make meaning from information presented in the form of images. Someone who is not visually literate would struggle on a daily basis with understanding others and the world around them.